Hey guys, Funky Fan Theories here, and I'm a bit drunk at the minute, but I think we'll do this theory anyway. And considering, considering that, this is a fan theory, I decided to do something different. I saw this on the fan theory Reddit, and I thought, why not? Let's do this. Let's approach this. Now, I'm kind of quite a fan of religion. I've got an A level in religious studies, so I'm a fan of religion. And I thought, why not do a Bible fan theory? Now, Bible, regardless of whether the Bible is, regardless of whether it's fact or fiction, doesn't really matter. We can still do theories for it, even if it is fact. You could do historical hypotheses or theories. It's completely fine. Anyway, let's see. So this one is by Trust Your Sources, and it's from the Reddit. The link will be in the description. So this is a long one, so let's read it. So he says, when I read the account of Christ and I read it as a myth that was meant to be examined as testimony, I imagine that instead of reading a book, Luke, John or Matthew are at the bar just telling me a story about some guy they knew. This is what a testimony is, after all. A story someone tells you. If a book is written in a format of a testimony, thus you must not necessarily believe the narrator at all times. Sometimes you can assure that he is lying or exaggerating things, just like a stranger is telling you a story at a bar would. Sorry for the long intro, but it will help the rest of this make sense, hopefully. So following this logic, and using its lens to examine the Bible, I make three assumptions as I read the accounts of Christ's life. 1. Jesus is not divine, and he has no special powers. Example, I've never seen a dude walk on water. Why would I believe a testimony that says someone saw someone do it somewhere? 2. No one else has special powers. Everyone is a human limited by knowledge and culture of the Iron Middle Age. 3. Jesus is corruptible, just like every other person. Now, with all this in play, I go through the Bible. I hear a story about an Iron Age rabbi that ran an organization with lots of hail marks of a cult, like abandoning families to follow a holy teacher, giving up wealth, and deciding one's entire life, soul, body and mind to the holy teacher. Further, this holy teacher showed them a bunch of cheap parlor tricks. The holy teacher was so narcissistic and egocentric that anytime anything other than him comes up, he tells you how unimportant it is compared to him, and tells you to give up everything just to worship him and serve him. Further, he is reckless, and his delusions and grandeur, he's thinking himself a god, as well as his corrupt nature, like soaking himself in years' wages worth of perfume in one sitting in front of a bunch of people who gave everything up to obey and follow him. The picture is clear. I do not see a wise and loving guy. I see Charles Manson or Marshall Applewhite. My analysis leads me to make this documentary about the life of Christ, where I go into detail, developing my thesis from birth to crucifixion. If you care to watch this thing, here's a link, and I will also leave the link down in the description to his YouTube video. I watched a little bit of it. It's pretty interesting, the guy goes into. So of course, massive shout out to this guy. It is like a 40-minute video, so be aware. It's kind of controversial, and I do understand that. And I don't necessarily agree with it. I actually disagree with it, but it's a fun theory nonetheless. I do like what he's saying, and so I'll leave it at that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just thought it would be an interesting one, just to do something a little bit different for a change. It technically still is a fan theory, because there's a lot of fans of that Bible. Over 1 billion fans, I believe. So yeah, I thought we'd do this video anyway. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.